Welcome back everyone to episode 12 of my survival Minecraft Let's Play series. Now in today's video I have some pretty big plans, but I'll reveal those to you shortly. Anyways, if you're new to my channel and you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe as it helps out my channel and you can always unsubscribe later. Also, if you end up enjoying this video, make sure to leave a like. Now, in between episodes, I did quite a bit of mining. As you can see, I built out a huge quarry, and the reason for why I did this will become apparent later on. And as well, I also cut down a few trees, and you'll also see why I was doing that. So let's head over to the quarry and I'll tell you guys my big plans. Okay, we're over here at the quarry, and as you can see, this thing is super deep down. That's Y level 11 there for you. And the reason I decided to make this quarry was because this is going to be where my future mine is going to be. So we're going to have one giant spiral staircase going down. We'll have a beacon down there. Maybe even a crane up here. I think that'd look pretty sweet. And this is actually part of a bigger project where I'm going to be remodeling this whole village. So all of this is going to get updated and, custom. And I want it to be 1.17 themed with lots of copper and deep slate and some moss. I still don't have that yet. So definitely going to need to go get that. But yeah, that's what we're going to be working on for these next few episodes. We're going to work on making a custom village with a bunch of cool villager houses that are all specified to their unique professions. And yeah, but the first thing we're going to be working on in today's episode is the quarry, and I also want to build one custom villager house. And lastly, I also plan on building a wall around this place, which I think would look really cool. So if we come over here, you can see got lots of oak wood, got lots of spruce wood, and all these other materials. So let's start work on building this quarry up and detailing it out. Alright, I have now finished the quarry. As you can see, we have a nice crane here. I think it looks really sweet. You may have seen that I actually had it right here before. It was nice and straight. But I decided to make it diagonal so I could add a beacon here. And I think it also looks nicer this way. Adds a lot of dynamic to it. Like it looks dynamic. It looks like it's swinging this way or maybe swinging that way. So that's pretty sweet. And then we have a whole spiral staircase all the way down to the bottom where we have our beacon embedded in the floor. I think this design is really nice because I can simply fly out of here. Or if I don't have an elytra for some reason, maybe I die or something. It's super simple. Just got a staircase, can go up and down. So yeah, I think that's a really good design for this. So easy access if you have an elytra, but it's also accessible if you don't have one. And then I had to dig out this terrain here, otherwise this wouldn't be hanging. And yeah, that's about all I did for the quarry, but it's complete now. And the hardest part actually was the spiral staircase itself. I mean, it's pretty obvious, like that took a lot of time, but the spiral staircase was so tedious and it felt like it took 5 times longer than it took to build the crane. Like these trapdoors sucked and the spiral staircase itself kind of sucked. It's just you're doing the same thing over and over and over again, and you kind of go crazy a little bit. But it's done now, and I think it looks really awesome. So what I think I want to do next is, since we're in 1.17 and I still don't have moss yet, I think we need to go exploring for some moss. So let's get prepared for that, and I'll see you guys shortly. Alright, so I'm all prepared to find some moss. And before we go, some of you may have noticed that that chain wasn't there, and I just fixed it. Just so you guys know, I don't want anyone to be like, oh my gosh, you forgot to put the chains there. That's so infuriating. I remembered, okay? Anyways, let's head off in this direction. I want to see if we can find some shipwrecks because that's where the moss will be contained. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit when I find an ocean. Okay, so I found an ocean right here, and let's see if we can find any shipwrecks in it, because I've never actually been over here. I've only explored the other ocean close to my creeper farm, so yeah. Not seeing anything so far. I don't even know if this is really an ocean. Oh, here we go. Here's the ocean. And no shipwrecks yet. Ooh, a glow squid. Let's get it. There we go. Oh, I didn't get the glowing sack. Ooh, a coral reef. Oh, this is awesome. I love these things. These look so good. Yeah, super awesome. But, you know, I want to find a shipwreck. Oh my goodness, we found a guardian temple. Okay, that's pretty sweet. But we do not need to fight those currently. We'll do that later. But I'm not seeing any shipwrecks. Wait, is that one? That might be it. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Here we go. There we go. There we go! We got the moss! Wait, let's go. 4 moss blocks. And you can bone meal this stuff, so that is super awesome. Oh my goodness. First shipwreck we found, and we got some moss blocks. But we're definitely gonna have to take note of where this, what is this called? The Guardian Temple. Definitely gonna have to take note of where this is. Got the coordinates right there, so that's all good. But yeah, we can head back home with our new moss blocks. And I think next episode, we might have to build a farm for this because this stuff is super awesome. You can get so many different blocks with this. You can get like the moss carpet, the azalea bushes. You can also get coarse dirt and rooted dirt or whatever. Not coarse dirt, rooted dirt. That's what you can get. You can get so many cool things with moss. So that's super awesome. And I think I might stop by this coral reef and pick up some of these blocks from the coral reef. And then I'll see you guys back at the base. All right, so we're back at the quarry. And you may see that I am standing on top of a huge stone pile. And we're going to break a block, place this moss here, and we're going to replace it by using some bone meal. And that'll give us a ton of moss related items. So if we do this, boom. So if we take the diamond hoe now, we can take all this moss, and then we'll place one back, and then we can bone meal it again. Boom. And take all the moss items, and we can continue doing this until we have as much moss as we like. Okay, so that didn't go quite as planned. We got a lot of moss on our dirt. So let's replace that real quick. All right, good as new. Now we're going to be working on the first building in our custom village. So it's going to be dedicated to the head miner of this. And I'm thinking I want to add some custom professions to our village. So maybe we use like a stone cutter and envision him as a miner because, you know, a stone cutter is going to need some stone from somewhere. So he's obviously going to live right next to the quarry. So I think if we build a nice little house here for a stone cutter / miner of the village, I think that would look really nice. And so, yeah, let's get started on that. And you'll also see the style that I'm going to be building in for this whole custom village. And I think you guys will really like it. So let's get into the time lapse. Alright, so I have finished the first building of my custom village, and I really like the way it turned out. I especially like the copper roof. I just need to wait for it to age a little bit, and then I'm gonna wax it once we got some weathered pieces in there. But otherwise, this thing is looking fantastic. I especially like just, the overall theme, kind of rustic and medieval almost. Maybe not, but yeah, it's kind of close to medieval with the calcite and diorite up top. I just think it looks super awesome. But anyways, let's take a deeper look at it, and you can see that this is Michael the Miner's place. So yeah, I'm gonna give every one of my villagers a custom profession, or maybe a profession that's already in the game, and I'm gonna give them a name that kind of adds a little more character to the village. So if we come in here, we'll see that the bottom floor is actually Michael's shop. So you can see we got some nice rows of barrels here and some blocks on display like deep slate on the wall. And I actually used an invisible armor stand to place this block on here. So it's kind of a miniature block and it looks really cool. And then we got another one over here. And then this is kind of the behind the counter area, just an empty chest. And if we come over here, you'll see that this is actually his little living space up here. So I think it looks really nice up here. We got tons of shelves up here, and we got his prized pickaxes, what he mines with every day. And then we got some nice paintings on the wall, and this is his little laptop. So got the laptop here, the mouse, keyboard, and this is where he sleeps. And he's got some nice candles on his bedside table, and he can light those if he wants to before he goes to bed. And yeah, I think this place looks really good up here, and I hope you guys also enjoy it. Now, if we come outside, we'll also look at some outside decorations. We got a little stone cutter here and a grindstone over here with some piles of rocks that Michael took out of the quarry and is kind of selling, or maybe piling up, getting ready to sell them. And then around the house, we have some nice bushes and some taller ones made out of moss and some of the azalea bushes, which look really nice. And I especially like these flowering azalea leaves. Super awesome. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, one more thing. We also have this nice path that I want to continue on throughout the village. This is going to be the block palette for the roads in our village. And yeah, leads right from his house into the quarry. And you guys already know what this looks like. But yeah, looks super awesome down here. And hopefully we can clear out this area, get tons of diamonds down here, I mean, it's single player, but we always want those diamonds. But anyways, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I hope you guys really enjoyed. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. And if you're new to my channel, I'd very much appreciate it if you'd subscribe. I've been Brendominus, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.